What's up, my name is Ben Brenner, and there is a lack of no Sparge Brewing information out there, so I will be doing a batch right here. I'm going to show you all my pretty simple setup. Here's my recipe, and as you can see here, even though this is a no Sparge, I will be using 2 infusions of water. And so I found that it's a pretty good idea to get both infusions heating up at the same time. Otherwise, you might find that you get a little behind in your heating process. So here's my first infusion, and here's my second infusion. There she is, that's my mash tun, and it's a simple 10-gallon Rubbermaid cooler with probably the most low-tech conversion kit available. There's a screen over a piece of copper tubing and a plug that you would use maybe in a carboy as well, and there's a little clamp going right there. I'll drop and see if I can get a good shot. There it is, and it plugs up the hole really well. There's the other side of it. Another clamp, and as you can see, it's in there, and there's 2 layers here. This insulated cooler, and it goes through both pretty well. That stopper won't move, and that's a good thing. Most important is not having this thing leak. Okay, I got my grain here. Got my mash tun open and ready to go, and I've got my water, and we're just about there. I'm going to pour it in by hand, which isn't the best, but it's all I got. Turn off my water. There's my water. 168 degrees Fahrenheit. My original recipe was a little warmer, but I had some pretty high temperatures there. I'm just going to stir the grain in. Not too rough, obviously. Good stuff. Smells good. There it is. And I'm going to work my grains in there pretty gently. Make sure everything gets moist, gets in there. Before I close everything up tightly, I'm going to throw a thermometer. Really want to monitor the temperature of my grain bed, and I'm going to check that in a couple of minutes just to make sure everything's doing good. And if I need to make any adjustments, I got more hot water coming. Alright, it's time for my second infusion of water. It's heated up right over here on the stove. I don't think you can see it, but it's there. I'm going to get it, and I'm going to pour it in. It is at 175 degrees, and our desired temperature is 168. Try not to splash it too bad, obviously. I don't want to do anything to the husks and get tannins. But I'm only one man, so this is what I got. Okay, so here it is, and as you can see, my thermometer is floated right to the top. I don't need to stir it because it's nicely agitated. Let's see where we're at. We should be fine. We're at 164, and we'll let things heat up in there. Alright, here's my boil kettle, and here's my mash tun, and my timer just went off. So we're done mashing. I'm gonna twist the screw here. And here it is. I checked the temperature earlier, but I didn't record it because I didn't want to screw anything up. So here it is, the wort. It smells fantastic. And for whatever it's worth, the temperature was exactly where I wanted it. At 168. Looks pretty good, huh, for an IPA? So we are there as far as the mashing goes. It's over, and now I'm gonna boil, and I'm just gonna show you guys the rest of the process just for the sport. And I got this nifty new thermometer here. It's obviously not boiling. I'm gonna put the lid on, and we'll get some brewing going here in a minute. The boil has begun. 2 ounces of Cascade and 1 ounce of Amarillo. Here we go. A little boil over there. It was a bit of a bummer, but hey, that's life. I have no philosophy one way or another with hops, whole hops versus pellets, but these were fresh. Just delivered this week to the brew house, or to the shop rather, the brew store. And God, they smelled so fresh I just couldn't say no. So that's how you get that. And then go the Amarillos. And a little encouragement. Oh, there it goes. We'll let Mother Nature do the rest of the work there. And this begins our 60-minute boil. It's we're 15 minutes into the boil. Temperature is boiling, and it's time for our second hop infusion. So it's going to be 1 ounce of farm fresh Cascades. And there you go. Don't those look good? "60 minutes is up, and it's time for the Flame Out Hop Edition." Alright, turn that off. Oh, more freshies. Dump those in. Now I'm not going to put that spoon in there because there's no more heat And I'm going to turn on my immersion chiller. Now that it's not squirting water everywhere, I'm going to turn it all the way up. There you go. It's going to cool off for quite some time. Those aroma hops should work their way in while it's cooling off, and I'm going to put the top back on to avoid any contamination. I've started the auto siphon here. It's cooled off enough, and it should get about 5 degrees cooler. Should bring it down to about 75 by the time I'm done. There you go. We're flowing all the way down. Alright, there you see it. Now I just pitched the yeast. You can see some floating around in there. Can't two-hand that, so there's no video evidence. There it is. IPA, no Sparge Brewing. Blow off. Ready to go. Should be within the next couple of hours. Alright. Oh, and for whatever it's worth, I pitched 2 packages of White Labs 001 California yeast. Have a nice night.